couldn't prevent failure, so he's first on the loser board. Looks like Sal made a name for himself as tonight's big loser. Q's dirty laundry has been aired out, so he's first up on the loser board. Murr and Q couldn't fill the role, so Q is tonight's big loser. The only thing Murr recorded was a loss, making him first up on the loser board. The apple didn't fall far from the tree. Murr is tonight's big loser. Looks like Sal got blindsided, so he's first up on the loser board. All the guys flipped their lids for nothing, making Sal tonight's big loser. Q's turn went up in smoke, so he's first up on the loser board. Q and Sal couldn't solicit a win, so Q is tonight's big loser. Sal smirked his way to a loss, making him first up on the loser board. Looks like these campaigns were all failures, making Sal tonight's big loser. Murr took a photo dump, so he's first up on the loser board. Murr's tood wasn't so rude, making him tonight's big loser. There's no medication that can fix that performance. Sal is first up on the loser board. Murr and Sal look like the type of people who can't win, making Sal tonight's big loser. Murr doesn't need a second opinion. He's first up on the loser board. The guys couldn't get a hand, making Murr tonight's big loser. Q and Sal had commitment issues, so they're all up on the loser board. Sal lost his turtle power and is tonight's big loser. Q and Sal should contact their lawyer because they're first up on the loser board. Sal and Q's ads couldn't stay on the air, so they're in for a surprise as tonight's big losers. Murr, Q, and Sal served up wins, so they're safe from the loser board. Murr's the one yelping now because he's tonight's big loser. This just in, Murr and Q lost, so they'll be taking the long walk to the loser board. The reports are in, and it looks like Q is tonight's big loser. Looks like there's a vacancy on the loser board, and Sal's checking in.
Seems like you might have lost the episode, so do me a favor, buddy. Take off those sunglasses.
Murr couldn't dish out any specials, making him first up on the loser board. Murr couldn't pedal his way to a win, making him tonight's big loser. Murr and Sal were looking for payback, but found themselves on the loser board. Sal couldn't construct a win, making him tonight's big loser. The customer is always right, and Murr is always wrong, so he's first up on the loser board. Murr and Q couldn't get any backup, making Murr tonight's big loser. Murr was left on red, so he's first up on the loser board. Murr and Q never found those kids, so Murr is tonight's big loser.